So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game, it's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Now it's Thuram. Can he finish? Goal! Potw! There is the breakthrough! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So, a breakthrough already. Spread out to the left. Marseille, look at shot at goal! He's missed, but not by that far.
Thuram is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Potw leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. João Palhinha. And here's Thuram. Vitinha.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Spread neatly. Thuram. They get a throw in. It's a promising position. Kimmich. Good read, needed to be. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Tries a measured ball. That is a brilliant interception. It's not an especially good pass, that. Eze. Looking for options for movement. He's got away. And it's Kimmich. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. João Neves, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's a sharp little ball here, expertly cut out, really nicely done. Alexander-Arnold, hurtling down that right flank. Eder Militao. Kimmich. Vitinha. Now it's Mbappe. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Cucurella. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. Ruben Dias. And it's João Palhinha. Now it's Mbappe. And it's Neves. Passes coming off in quick succession here. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Kimmich, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Vitinha. And here's Mbappe. And here's Thuram. Eder Militao. One 0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Chooses to go cross-field.
Good ball, that too.
Pinches it off him. Alexander-Arnold tries making a foray down the right. Now it's Mbappe. Ruben Dias.
This is the time you need that pace.
That has not gone well. Cucurella.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
Now he's off and running. And the counter is on. It's played through for him. Nice control. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And there's the end of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
Botafogo happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Potw really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
The ball is loose and the chase is on. João Palhinha.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's João Palhinha. That's Eze. Can he get on the end of this? Shapes to shoot! Goal! 2 up now, and they are cruising. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Botafogo are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Mbappe has been caught there, it's a foul. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. There's not much doubt that this will be played into the penalty area. Played out towards the right wing. Great vision, and he was alert to it. Eze. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
João Neves. And here's Mbappe. There's the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Camisa 18, camisa 4, camisa 87. Deixando o campo
Tonali
para a
with the short
entrada
one.
de camisa 45, camisa
No way
20,
through, so back it comes.
camisa 10, camisa 6.
And now they can spring out of defence. Quarter of an hour into the second half. And it's Mendes. Delivers with whip. And the keeper gets his hands on it. Threads one in. And it's made its way to him. Nuno Mendes. It's a mighty effort! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
A case now of complete control. Potw are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's a very... And the finish! It's a goal! And they are right back within touch! Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Para a entrada do
So,
jogador,
is this the start of a
camisa
comeback?
8. Teremos uma substituição.
Potw. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Kimmich is flagged offside. Ruben Dias. Aimed beyond the defence. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Tonali. Partey. Shot could be on. Played in. That's a decent clearance. Kimmich receives it in a good position here. The ball goes in. That has been knocked clear. It's a good-looking delivery. And the pass is intercepted. And it's Mendes. Mendes is onto this. Van Dijk is there, and he can get that clear. Well, that is one way to stop him. Van Dijk. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he spark a counter here? This might spell danger. Great chance! He's got a goal! And what a climax we have here! Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Marseille give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
This looks promising. That's going to go a long way. They're back in possession and ready to go again. The final seconds now. And that's been intercepted. And that's it. Potw have emerged victorious in this match of thrills. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Big chance! Goal! Potw! First blood drawn. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Marseille finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Bellingham. And here's Thuram. Now it's Mbappe. And he's managed... Oh, shooting chance! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
That was really good pressure. They did enough to put him off in the end.
Now it's Mbappe.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Cross it goes. Not the most accurate pass. Nuno Mendes. Kimmich producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Potw leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Header!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mbappe. Alexander-Arnold hurtling down that right flank. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Cucurella. Bellingham. And it's Mendes. Nuno Mendes. Alexander-Arnold defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Cucurella goes on a charge down the left. Played out wide. Thuram. Looking... Mbappe! Really nicely worked opportunity, that. Some lovely exchanges.
The 1- and 2-touch football that cut through the middle was a joy to behold. Talent and technique of the highest standard.
Konate. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And it's Mendes. And here's Thuram. In with the challenge. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Now, what about a counter-attack? Bellingham, who does have an assist to his name. João Palhinha. Some good work on the right flank here. Fired deep towards the back post. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Good read, needed to be. Mbappe, and here's the chance to counter. Driving on and making good progress. Caicedo.
Potw can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Thuram. Palhinha is the guilty party there. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. And it's Cucurella. Kimmich. And here's Mbappe.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Thuram. Palhinha has it in a wide position. Caicedo. Quality ball. Alexander-Arnold. João Neves. Mbappe looking understandably energised after his goal. Now it's Mbappe. Threads one in. That is a brilliant interception. Chance! Against the crossbar. Showing good feet. João Palhinha. And that has left him in a heap. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter, be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum. And they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Potw, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we are back on the way. Potw carrying a one-goal lead. And it's Caicedo. Shifted it to the flank. Thuram gets across to intercept that. Bellingham, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mbappe, he's tried one! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And he's managed to get rid. And now they can spring out of defence. That is a great pick out. And he's certainly onside here. Tries a shot! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
João Neves certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Thuram. Kimmich. João Palhinha. Now Mbappe. Oh, sweet feet. Nuno Mendes with the cross. Oh, he's been caught napping. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Thuram under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
That is lovely. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Bellingham. I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
Substituição no time do Botafogo.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Camisa 10, camisa 87, camisa 14.
Now it's Lukaku.
Deixando o
Potw.
campo para a entrada de camisa 45.
Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering.
And the shots!
Camisa 41.
And he has kept it out somehow.
Rice is offering a right smile there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
He's got tall. And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Kimmich. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Potw perhaps contemplating their next change here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's worked it through.
Marseille really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical. This is the time you need that pace.
Kimmich does really well to win the ball there. He's a real chance! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Eder Militao. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And it's Kimmich. Lovely pass, but can he takes a shot? And that would have won it.
Rice really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Botafogo have their second corner now.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Marseille have the chance to go the other way. Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Osimhen. Botafogo are looking to break at pace. And here's Lukaku.
Botafogo surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And he's intervened well there.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Botafogo leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. And this is Lewandowski. Nice interception, well timed.
Marseille really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Nuno Mendes. Botafogo close now to seeing this one through to the end. Can he get on the end of this? Yeah, he's fouled him there.
Teremos uma substituição. Teremos 3 minutos de acréscimo.
Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Tries to play it through. Can he finish? He's beaten the keeper, but hit the... has another go! That has been knocked clear. And that's been won straight back. And that is that. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride.
Senhoras e senhores,
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Yeah, clean.